students. It's a long time since we met, and I'm really happy that once again we are united. And today's class is for class 10. The name of the lesson that we are going to discuss is Madam Rides a Bus. So I wish that all of you focus your attention to this, because this is a small and a very simple lesson, but the message that it holds for us is really great. And that is why it has been prescribed for class 10. The name of the lesson is Madam Rides a Bus. Who is this madam? And what's the significance of this madam's riding a bus? These are two questions which we need to kind of discuss. And once you discuss these two questions, I think the lesson would be a little clearer to you. A clearer picture would emerge. Now, Valli is the central character of the lesson. There are some minor characters like the conductor, a cow, but the focus of the lesson is none other than Valli. Who is this Valli? Valli is an 8-year-old girl. And what's special about Valli? Valli has a desire. She is from a middle-class family, living in a street where there are many houses. An 8-year-old girl, but the girl is full of enthusiasm, full of spirit, and quite adventurous as well. She's the only girl in the family. She doesn't have any companions, no siblings. So, during the afternoons, Valli would stand at the door of her house and watch the people going round. There were many people who were passing the streets in the afternoon. There were many vehicles passing, like the bullock carts, and most importantly, there was a bus which was leaving her house every afternoon. She lived in a village, and every afternoon a bus came to her village, and it passed through her village and moved towards the nearby town. Now this bus becomes an object of curiosity to Valli. You see, children are curious. They want to know about things. They want to ask many questions related to certain things. When they are playing with the toys, they watch the toys very carefully. And children ask a number of questions to their parents because of their inquisitiveness. They ask questions, and sometimes the parents themselves are in trouble. Sometimes the parents try to silence the child by saying, "Shh, keep quiet. These questions are too big for you. You're not supposed to ask such questions." But that is not exactly the way. Don't kill the curiosity of a child. When the child is curious, we need to encourage. We need to motivate the child so that the child would keep on asking questions and learning things. Valli was a curious child, and the bus became an object of curiosity to Valli. Every day it was moving at a particular time in the afternoon. So maybe by 1:30. So when the bus would come, Valli would stand at the doorway and look at the bus. Some people would be getting down from the bus. Some people would be boarding the bus. And the driver of the bus would sometimes honk using the horn. So, Valli started studying this incident. She saw as to who were the people who were getting inside the bus. She also noticed as to who were the people getting off the bus. She listened to the horn, the honking of the conductor. So, this became an object of curiosity. And Valli developed a desire. Being a small girl, Valli developed a desire. What was the desire? To make a ride in the bus. So how to make a ride in the bus? It was not that easy, because every passenger had to purchase a ticket, and without a ticket you cannot continue a journey. You can't board the bus. So Valli decided to plan her journey. Though being an 8-year-old girl, she was a planned girl. What do I mean by planned girl? She was good at planning. How did she plan? She inquired the people of the village, of the nearby, her neighborhood, not the village. She inquired people of the neighborhood as to how long it took to reach the town. Because her desire was to see the town by having a ride in the bus. So she asked people as to how long it would take to reach the village, the town. And she also asked as to what the fare would be to reach the town. So somebody told, you see girl, it takes 30 pies for one journey, one-way journey. So for your onward journey, you may need 30 pies, and for your return journey, you would require another 30 pies. So Valli calculated, okay, so I need 60 pies to make a complete journey. And now her one and only aim was to arrange for 60 pies. Right. The next thing that attracted her attention was, or the next thing that she focused on was, when to leave or when to board the bus. So she asked for the timing, and people said, the bus moves around 1:30 in front of your house, and by the time you reach the town, it would be another 1 hour, and when you take the return journey, it would be 3:30 in the evening. So before 4, you would definitely be able to reach your house. Now Valli was so happy on hearing this, because Valli's mother used to take a nap in the afternoon. What do you mean by nap? A short sleep that you take in the afternoon is known as a nap. So Valli calculated the time. Okay, my mother goes to bed at 1 o'clock and she wakes up at 4 o'clock. So taking up the ride in the bus, it's definitely not going to be a problem at all. So she came to a conclusion. Right. So the time was fixed. Now the money had to be collected. You see, this girl is a girl who is good at planning. I've just said that. So how did she start her planning? She started saving money for the ride. And how did she start saving? Her parents gave her some money every now and then to buy sweets. Valli stopped buying sweets. No to sweets. You see, if you want to achieve something, you have to sacrifice something. You have to say no to something. And Valli said no to sweets, number 1. She said no to balloons. She was fond of balloons. Whenever she thought of buying the balloons, no, I will save the money so that I can have a ride. Number 3, she stopped buying toys. She was fond of toys. But whenever she saw the toys in the market or in the fair or in the shop, she would say, no, I will not buy any toys for the money that I am given. So no toys, no sweets, no balloons. And she happened to make a visit to a fair, the village fair. In Hindi we call it as a mela. So there was a fair going on, and Valli went to visit the fair, and there she saw a merry-go-round. People, kids of her own age, peer group, they were enjoying a ride on the merry-go-round, but Valli said no to the merry-go-round as well. Though she had an interest in having a ride, she said, I can't, because if I take a ride, money would be spent and I can't make a journey in the bus. So she said no to many things. She sacrificed many things, and as a result of that, she collected 60 pies. So when the money was collected, Valli became enthusiastic. She became very, very happy. She became a child whose heart was filled with excitement. So with all these qualities, she got ready for the journey. So finally the hour arrived. And one fine afternoon, when the conductor was the driver was driving the bus, Valli went to the junction, to the road where the bus stopped, and as the bus was moving, Valli said, stop the bus, stop the bus. And Valli was about to get into the bus. The conductor said, come on, I'll give you a hand. She was a small girl who was just 8 years old, and the conductor was lending her a hand. Valli said, no, I can climb the bus all by myself. I have the capacity to climb, to board the bus. So this shows that she was an independent girl. She was not reliant, depending on anybody, though being a small child. See, this lesson holds a lot of importance for us because though Varli is a small girl, a girl who is only 8 years old, the qualities that she displays is that of a grown-up person. So you see that small girl trying to get into the bus all by herself. She is self-dependent, not dependent on anybody. And as soon as she got into the bus, she stood for some time and the conductor said, "Come on, please sit down." She gave the money. "Here, conductor, take the money. 30 paise is there in your hands." So the conductor took the money, but he did not give her a ticket. Now, as soon as Varli got into the bus, excitement took hold of her, took control of her, and she wanted to look out of the window. And when she looked out of the window, she saw many things moving along. There were tall trees, there were some rocky mountains, there were green grasses, different kinds of grasses, there were green fields, and the blue sky. And Varli was so excited, she was so happy. My God, everything is moving. That is what she thought. So, a kind of enjoyment, a kind of enthusiasm, a kind of joy took control over her. And as she was moving in the bus, after some time, a person asks her, "My child, why don't you sit down? If you don't sit, you will hurt yourself. And if you hurt yourself, that will be painful. You will be bruised." And Varli says, "Don't call me a child. I have taken a ticket of 30 paise like everybody. Therefore, I am not a child." So the conductor became so excited and elated after listening to this statement of the child. And the conductor said, "Okay, ma'am, I'm not going to call you a child or a girl anymore. You are a madam. Ma'am, will you please take the trouble to sit down?" Then Varli says, "I won't sit down because I want to stand and enjoy the ride." Then the bus suddenly stops. When the bus stops, some people get off and some people board the bus. Then when Varli saw people getting into the bus, she thought, "My God, now if I don't sit, others will come and occupy my seat." So immediately she went and sat. After some time, an old woman comes in. Varli does not like this old woman. You know why she doesn't like? She was an old woman wearing earrings and her 2 long ears, they had large holes. You see, women in South India, especially the old women of the previous generation, they have long ears and the earlobes are very long, having large holes, and earrings, heavy golden earrings used to hang down their ears. And the woman who got into the bus of this kind, she was chewing betel nut and the juice was about to spill over her cheek. It would spill at any moment. So she came and sat next to Varli, but Varli did not like the appearance of the woman. Long earrings, long earlobes, and betel nut, the juice trying to come out, spill over. So Varli just looked at the window, turned aside. And when the woman asked her, "My dear child, are you traveling all alone?" She said, "Yes, I am traveling all alone. And I have paid the money, that is 30 paise for the ticket." Now, as the bus moves towards the town, Varli sees another interesting incident. That is the incident of the cow. There was a cow which was running along the road. Sometimes it was crossing the road. You know what happened? The driver was trying to drive the cow away out of the road, but the cow wouldn't move. So he started honking. Paw, paw, paw. That's the sound of the horn. But unfortunately, the more the sound of the horn, the more the honking, the faster the cow was running across the road. Varli saw this incident and started clapping her hands with joy. My God, look at the cow running here and there. You see, Valli gets herself exposed for the first time in a bus to the world outside. So everything that she saw was a source of enjoyment for her. The trees that she saw, the blue sky that she saw, the vehicles that were moving along the road, the cow that she saw, she happened to see moving along the road. Everything gave her a new experience, a new idea about the world. So she became happier and happier. Now coming back to the cow. The driver was trying to drive the cow away, but unfortunately the cow wouldn't move. But after some time, the cow by itself moved away. And the bus reaches the town. When the bus reached the town, the conductor said, "Come on, Valli, now it's time for you to get off the bus." Oh man, everybody has got off the bus. But Valli said, "I am not going to get off." The conductor asked, "Why, man? Why is it that you don't want to get off?" She said, "I want to continue my journey way back to my house with the same ticket." And the conductor said, "Come on, at least get off the bus for a few minutes, because the bus is not going to start now. You can kind of get off the bus, have a look at the shops, and I can get you a drink." She said, "No, look at the girl. The conductor is trying to offer her a bottle of cold drink, but Valli says, 'I don't need it.' Then he asks why. She says, 'I don't have any money with me.' So from this we can understand that Valli is a girl with self-dignity. Valli is a girl with self-dignity. She focuses on her self-respect and self-image. Being an 8-year-old girl, but still she's so conscious about her prestige, her respect, and the self-dependence. She said, "Sorry sir, I wouldn't like to take your drink because I don't have money. So if I have money, I buy. If I don't have money, no." So that is one quality we learn from Valli. Valli is curious. Valli is self-dependent. Valli is bothered about her self-respect. Valli is ready to sacrifice many things in order to make a ride, take a journey on the bus. Valli is determined. She had a goal, she had an objective, and she fulfilled that objective. But now, I am coming to the most important point of the lesson, and with this we wind up. While she was coming back, she started to see something very strange. And you know what was that strange incident? The cow that she had seen running around when she was trying to reach the town was lying dead on the road. The carcass of the cow was lying dead on the road. And blood had covered the entire body. A vehicle probably had run over the cow. So it was the carcass that Valli saw, and you know, she felt very sad. She thought within herself, this cow was alive just a few minutes ago. It is the same cow that I see as a carcass now. So, Valli understands what death is. A small 8-year-old girl, for the first time, views death. She comes across a phenomena such as death, and by looking at the dead body or the carcass of the cow, Valli's spirit is dampened. What is the meaning of dampened? She becomes sad. So the girl who was happy on seeing the cow is now sad on seeing the same cow. But now it is no longer a cow. It is the dead body or the carcass of a cow. So Valli is given a lesson to understand, that is, everyone who is born in this world will have to die one day. And death is unavoidable. It is a mystery. If you come into this world, it's definite that you have got to go back. So Valli at the age of 8 is exposed to a strange mystery in life, and the mystery is nothing but death. Life and death. Then after that, the journey continues. Valli finally reaches her home. The bus stops. and her mother is talking with somebody. And the conversation was something about life. So the mother tells the person to whom she is talking, maybe an auntie from the neighborhood had come to Valli's mother's house and she was talking. And they were engrossed in a conversation, completely involved. So when they were talking, Valli comes in and Valli listens to their conversation. So the mother says, Valli's mother tells that aunt, you see, there are certain things which we do not understand. There are certain things in life for which we have no solutions. That was a talk. And Valli immediately jumps in and says, yes, mother, what you are saying is right. There are certain things which we do not understand and there are no answers for these things. But the auntie who was talking with Valli's mother gives a negative comment. Hey, what do you know about life? What is it that you don't understand? Look at this girl, being such a young girl, she's trying to behave like an elderly person. So she was giving a negative comment. But the writer says, the aunt had a wrong opinion about Valli, but what Valli told her mother was absolutely right, because Valli understood what life and what death were. Therefore, Valli was matured. She was more matured than the elderly people. You see, Wordsworth has very rightly said, the child is the father of man. What do you mean by this? Sometimes children behave more politely and in a more matured way than the grown-ups. They know many things which even the elders do not know, which the grown-ups even do not know. And Valli is an example. So before we wind up, let me kind of give you a final, a briefer. Valli was a calculative girl because she calculated the distance and the time and the fare. Valli was mature because she understood many things in life. Valli had self-respect. She refused the drink when the driver offered her one, the conductor. Valli was a girl with respect and dignity, because she said there is nobody who is a child in the bus. Valli was focused because she said no to many things and saved money for the ride. Valli was determined because her only aim was to get onto the bus, and she achieved that. So with this, we wind up today's discussion. We'll continue and have a discussion on the same lesson in the next class. We will be discussing some important questions and some important values. So I hope you might have understood the lesson. Bye students. Keep revising. Please keep reading this lesson so that you will be able to have a better understanding. So till we meet again, it's goodbye.